Compose a 3-paragraph persuasive essay on self-selected topic. This is English 6, Quarter 4. Our objectives for this lesson are: Number 1, recognize the techniques in writing the parts of a persuasive essay. Number 2, value and help in conserving nature. Number 3, write a persuasive essay on saving Mother Nature. Of course, we have integration with the following subjects. We have number 1, Araling Panlipunan. Number 2, EPP-TLE. And last one, ESP. Let us begin by taking a guess with these pictures. Look at the pictures and tell what each picture is to the class. Let us begin with this picture. Do you know where it is from? Well, this is Lake Cebu. Lake Cebu is a natural lake located in the municipality of Lake Cebu, South Cotabato within the Ala Valley region. The Philippine government has recognized it as one of the country's most important watersheds. Lake Cebu is one of the many bodies of water supplying important irrigation to the provinces of Sultan Kudarat and South Cotabato. How about this breathtaking view? Do you know where it is? Yes, this is Sierra Madre. Sierra Madre is the longest mountain range in the Philippines. Spanning over 540 kilometers, it runs from the province of Cagayan down to the province of Quezon, forming a north-south direction on the eastern portion of Luzon. And how about this scenic view? Do you know where it is? Yes, this is Hinatuan Enchanted River, also known as Hinatuan Sacred River. It is a deep spring river in the island of Mindanao, Philippines. It flows into the Philippine Sea and Pacific Ocean at Barangay Talisay, Hinatuan, Surigao del Sur. From blue to green. How about this very familiar view? Of course, this is Taal Lake, formerly known as Bumbun Lake, is a freshwater caldera lake in the province of Batangas, on the island of Luzon. The lake feels Taal volcano, a large volcanic caldera formed by a very large eruptions between 500,000 to 100,000 years ago. This one looks like a postcard, right? Do you know where it is from? Yes, this is Camiguin Island, an island province in the Philippines located in the Bohol Sea about 10 kilometers off the northern coast of Mindanao. It is geographically part of Region 10, the northern Mindanao region of the country, and formerly a part of Misamis Oriental Province. Last but not the least, what is it? Yes, of course, this is Chocolate Hills. These are a geological formation in the Bohol province of the Philippines. There are at least 1,260 hills, but there may be as many as 1,776 hills spread over an area of more than 50 square kilometers. They are covered in green grass that turn brown during dry season, hence the name. Now let us combine all these pictures and guess the word. What do you think is the word that I need for this lesson? Correct. The answer is nature. For today, let us talk about Save Mother Nature. Now think about it. Mrs. Cruz asked her pupils to write a 3-paragraph persuasive essay about the topic, Should Plastic Bags Be Banned? Alexa, one of her pupils, submitted her essay about the topic. Watch and learn how she composed her essay. But before we are going to proceed with her write-up, let us define what is an essay first. An essay is an analytic or interpretative literary composition usually dealing with its subject from a limited or personal point of view. This is according to Merriam-Webster. This is what Alexa wrote. She entitled her essay Ways Forward. Now you can pause or take a screenshot for you to read it on your own pace. Be sure that you will understand what she is talking about in her essay. Let us now read together what she wrote. This is the first paragraph. Ways Forward. Politician and journalist Zach Goldsmith once said, "Of all the waste we generate, plastic bags are perhaps the greatest symbol of our throwaway society. They are used, then forgotten, and they leave a terrible legacy." I could not agree more on this statement about plastic bags. Plastic bags, though useful in many ways, have proved to be extremely harmful to the environment because they are non-biodegradable and toxic. Earth's soil takes 500 years to decompose one plastic bag. If we continue to recklessly use plastic bags, imagine living in a place with all these plastic bags scattered everywhere. Now is the time to make a change. Environmental campaigns on the responsible use of plastic bags are everywhere, but the will to discipline thyself is nowhere to be found. In a survey, only 10% of the total population follow the rules of waste disposal and recycling in their household. This irresponsible management of plastic wastes resulted to flooding and other environmental problems. According to DENR, Metro Manila produces 8,400 to 8,600 tons of plastic trash every day. This volume, if not lessened, will fill dump sites in no time. Environmentalists said that from flooding to dengue, from polluted rivers and creeks to mountains of trash, from unnecessary death of fishes that accidentally swallowed plastic bags in the seas to global warming, plastic is the common denominator. Earth is the only planet ever discovered that is capable of sustaining life. If we will destroy this planet by consuming too much plastics in exchange of convenience, what is then the future of mankind? Destruction will head our way if we will not stop using these plastic bags. Make it a practice to use jute bags, cloth bags, or paper bags instead of plastic bags. Switch to an eco-friendly lifestyle and embrace the 5 R's. Fellows, let us create a sustainable environment for the next generation, and banning plastic bags is one of the ways forward. Now let us see if you have understood the essay. Here is a comprehension check for you. You can do this activity as a group. For example, focus group discussion, or as individual like oral recitation or in written output. It depends on your teacher. We have the first question. What is the topic of the essay? Number 2, who wrote the essay? Number 3, what is Alexa's stand on her essay? Number 4, what is the purpose of her write-up? Number 5, has Alexa listed reasons and other important points to support her stand? Give some examples. Number 6, did her words convince you enough to stop using plastic bags because of its harmful effects? Why? And the last question, based on this example, how are you going to write an essay that can convince readers to do something? Let us now provide some of the possible answers for these questions that we have. Number 1, what is the topic of the essay? The topic of the essay is about banning plastic bags. Number 2, who wrote the essay? The essay was written by Alexa. Number 3. What is Alexa's stand on her essay? Alexa is in favor of banning the use of plastic bags. Number 4. What is the purpose of her write-up? The purpose of her write-up is to convince the readers to create sustainable environments by switching to eco-friendly lifestyle, and one of the steps is to ban the use of plastic bags. Number 5. Has Alexa listed reasons and other important points to support her stand? Yes, Alexa has listed reasons and other important points to support her stand. For example, she mentioned that it takes 500 years to decompose a single plastic bag and pointed out that one of the common denominators of the world's environmental problems is plastic bags. Number 6. Did her words convince you enough to stop using plastic bags because of its harmful effects? Why? Yes, her words convinced me to stop using plastic bags. She enumerated fair enough negative results of its use to the ecosystem, and I want to live in a cleaner world. Number 7. Based on this example, how are you going to write an essay that can convince readers to do something? Well, answers may vary, but let us discuss this question closely today. Writing a persuasive essay. Basic guiding tips for elementary writers. What is a persuasive essay? The term persuasive is an adjective word derived from the verb persuade, which means to convince somebody. A persuasive essay is full of convincing techniques a writer can use to convince the readers to accept his point of view or to call for action on a certain issue and topics. Here are the basic parts of the essay. Highlighted in yellow, that is paragraph 1. Basically, that is the introduction. Highlighted in green is paragraph 2, that is the body. And paragraph 3, highlighted in blue, is the conclusion. Here is how you are going to structure each paragraph. Let us begin with paragraph 1, the introduction. The first thing that you are going to do is to hook an opening sentence or sentences of the essay which captures your reader's attention. So, highlighted in green here, it looks like this. Politician and journalist Zach Goldsmith once said, "Of all the waste we generate, plastic bags are perhaps the greatest symbol of throwaway society. They are used, then forgotten, and they leave a terrible legacy." That type is quote. So you can start your essay with a quote. Then you can introduce the topic, as I highlighted it in blue. Plastic bags, though useful in many ways, have proved to be extremely harmful to the environment because they are non-biodegradable and toxic. Earth's soil takes 500 years to decompose one plastic bag. That is actually making clear what the topic is about. And then you will have to state your stand or point of view. So here, you're going to say if you agree or not. Okay? So you have here highlighted in yellow. I could not agree more on his statement about plastic bags. If we continue to recklessly use plastic bags, imagine living in a place with all these plastic bags scattered everywhere. So that is your point of view. That is your stand. And of course, you need your transition to the essay body. So you're going to say, now is the time to make a change, highlighted in red. Paragraph 2 is the body. Here you are going to present your reasons and evidences which may be taken from news reports, statistics, real-life events, personal experiences. Please check out the highlighted material because news reports are highlighted in blue, real-life events are highlighted in yellow, and personal experiences are highlighted in pink. So you can find it there, and so you will be guided on how you're going to present your ideas. Now take note. A good essay is backed with a good research. Please write knowledgeably, sensibly, and responsibly. Do not just write anything that is not backed with the truth, with the fact. And of course, you have paragraph 3. Paragraph 3 is your conclusion. And so here you're going to transition to conclusion, restate the issue, restate your stand, and conclude with your opinion or call to action. So the transition here is highlighted in yellow, such as the way of saying Earth is the only planet ever discovered that is capable of sustaining life. And you're going to restate the issue. If we will destroy this planet by consuming too much plastics in exchange of convenience, what is then the future of mankind? Right? It is repeated. This came from the introduction idea. Okay. So you're going to restate your stand highlighted in blue. Destruction will head our way if we will not stop using these plastic bags. So you just restated this one. This is recycled from the introduction paragraph. Make it a practice to use jute bags, cloth bags, or paper bags instead of plastic bags. Switch to an eco-friendly lifestyle and embrace the 5 R's. Then you have the conclusion. So you are going to have your opinion concluded with the call to action. So when you say, fellows, let us create a sustainable environment for the next generation, and banning plastic bags is one of the ways forward. That is a way of convincing others to do the same thing that you are asking. And that is to create a sustainable environment for the next generation. Now let us proceed with practice writing. Let's begin with this topic, why urban gardening is a thing to do in cities. Oh, that must be a very interesting topic. But if you are not familiar with urban gardening, you should first research about it. Having an idea about the topic is an important key to write a knowledge-based essay. Take note of keywords that relate to it. This is what we call pre-writing. For the first stage, that is pre-writing, you are going to look for urban gardening, right? So this must be some of the words that will come out as you search along. The next thing that you are going to do is to draft your first write-up of the topic. Always remember that you are going to do the introduction like this, the body and the conclusion like that. This is just a guide anyway, but for this phase, you are just going to write freely. Just write what comes to mind, and you do not need to have the correct spelling this time. Just write freely. But of course, after that, you are going to do the next thing, proofreading and revising. Proofreading is how you're going to read your draft. Look for grammatical errors and misspelled words. Then you ask a friend, a family member, or your teacher to read your draft too. Listen to the advices given to you so you can have a better idea on the topic. So after that, you are going to revise with all these advices that you get, okay? So rewrite your draft bearing in mind the corrections and advices given to you. And then if you must, let your friend, family member, or your teacher read your revision. If you should write it again as a final write-up, do so. So revision might comes 1 time, 2 times, or 3 times. It depends on how you are going to get satisfied with your composition. Also, you should remember this one. Submit a write-up that is neat and clean. Also remember that an essay is a formal writing, so you should write in a formal tone. Always apply the basic mechanics like margin, indentation, proper use of punctuation marks, and capitalization of letters in your composition. Now I guess you are ready for the assessment. Now you are going to finalize and submit your essay. You will be graded according to this rubric. So you have here for the organization, stand or your position, arguments and supports, word choice, and of course grammar, mechanics and spelling. And of course your teacher might give you comments for your composition. Consequently, use this rubric as a guide when working on your assignment and check it again before you submit it. For your additional activity, think about a topic that concerns nature and write an essay about it. Write it on a whole sheet of paper. Ask help from family if necessary, but be sure to write the essay on your own. You will still be graded according to this rubric. That is our lesson for today. I hope that you have learned something. But before I am going to let you go, I would like to share these sayings with you. Earth provides enough to satisfy every man's needs, but not every man's greed. That is from Mahatma Gandhi. Goodbye.